For children, the consequences of the COVID-19 public health measures may extend into adulthood. When the World Health Organization called on countries to take urgent and decisive action against the coronavirus disease on the 11th of 2020, governments around the world introduced strict public health measures in response and hope to mitigate the spread of the disease. These measures included the indefinite closure of schools. Going to school was already a daily challenge for many displaced children around the world, especially those in refugee settlements, and there is now rising anxiety over the lasting effects this may have on children. In Omugo refugee settlement, teenage girls are paying a heavy price for the closure of schools.
Ya kita jagua kondanyo berengela tina na rumbi pele berengela matin manatin kieba asa gen tinena loka banumutu balolo luguna asa merengeli luguna school inde ngora be kam kali ba nyonyo bongo so tikindang to do ihe man ge wajajena.
Our girls were getting married, our girls were getting pregnant. Others now, like they saw they were now doing nothing. Even they went back to South Sudan, where even others lost their lives. So they were like, their coming here was to get education. Now since this thing is stopped, what are they doing here? Most of them left.
Most of these have been left alone to raise their children. The child-friendly spaces within the refugee settlements acted as a safe space where children would meet to play and study.
Handcrafts, we teach them how to make things that when they even are out of school, they are able to survive. We even take them through, we have our gardens there, like greenhouse. We also teach them how sometimes they can plant some small things.
These are now deserted with the second lockdown at play.
The skyrocketing statistics of the teenage pregnancies and early marriages registered during the first lockdown led to the birth of the homeschooling model, which is aimed at keeping the school-going children engaged, but also help them keep up with the school curriculum.
Using the homeschooling model, early childhood development trainees move from home to home, teaching children and involving parents in their development and education.
We are now going tank for tank. Like this one is tank 17. Today we are only dealing with them. Then tomorrow we also go to another tank. So this cannot now bring them together. That's the difference. But before, when they say safest program, because they know it is in the afternoon, they could all gather in one place. We're dealing with 7 tanks. So meaning in every week, we are meeting these children here once. Because we have to move, we have to move to all these tanks, then we come to another rotation.
This has, however, come at a cost.
Teaching at home, what are they going to teach us? Because they were like, for them, they know teaching was in school. Now, and again, they are saying corona. Now these people are coming to us. How are they going to engage us? So they were asking a lot of questions.
Patal John, a village health leader in Omugo, says with the new lockdown, he only hopes that teenage girls do not take the same road as those who are already paying the price for the first lockdown.
I can organize a community dialogue with the community leaders, even with the church leaders, so that it would focus on this lockdown, especially more on the girls, to tell the girls to listen to their parents, to doing what even can help them.
With the lessons learned from the first lockdown, sensitization drives to protect the children have been taking shape.
There's a lot of violence against children. Things like just even sexual abuse, child labor, early marriages, teenage pregnancies, is to sensitize caregivers and the community at large to look out for their children. And we are doing this through community protection groups because they have access to these children.
Olivia Komgisha, NTV News.